You remember the first touchdown you ever scored?
Mm-hmm.
How old were you? I don't mean here in college.
I know, I was 4 years old.
You were playing an organized football game before? The long run?
I ran the wrong way, but
You ran the wrong way and then turned back around?
yeah, my mom was screaming. I'm thinking she's screaming because I'm about to score, but she's screaming because I'm running the wrong way.
So maybe that's
Bo
why.
Jackson Tecmo.
Yeah.
See, maybe that's why you remember.
Do you know the most you ever scored in a game growing up in Little League?
Probably my last year Little League, I scored like 5 times in one game. That was probably the most. Yeah.
4? What kind of football were you playing? 4?
That's when we started up.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like flag football.
No, we
Come on.
go.
Tackle?
Yeah.
You get that?
Yeah.
So 305, right?
No, I just get the ball and just run.
Just in your neighborhood.
Yeah,
you mean?
back.
You play tackle in your neighborhood.
No, it's organized football.
Organized football?
Yeah.
Like in the county organized, city organized?
Yeah. Pop one.
What was the name of your team?
Kansas City Chiefs.
At age 4?
Did you know you were good then? 4 or 5 year old? I mean, when kids couldn't tackle you, I guess?
I just wanted to do what the older kids were doing. And I seen them running touchdowns, and I see people start yelling, so I wanted to go run touchdowns and hear people yell for me too. So I just fell in love with the game. My parents, they did a good job of not pushing me in the game, but guiding me through the way. And they never forced football upon me or nothing like that. They guided me through the process, and everything played out for the best.
When you're like 10 or 11, do people start mentioning to you that, man, you could be you could play in the NFL, you could be a college running back? Did it start that early, or was it more when you were a
It
teenager?
definitely started early, and that's when you start to realize you're really making plays yourself, and you realize you know what you're doing out there. And age 11, I was actually making real plays and realized, man, I know I can play with these guys. And my parents started to like work with me after and do stuff like that. So yeah, it was definitely mentioned.
And did you have coaches that would say, man, look, if you do things right, you could be in the NFL one day?
Yeah, I did. I had a mentor and had a coach that coached me all through Optimus, all through Little League, and he pushed me and he kept reminding me, you could be mentioned as one of those great backs, and just keep working.
Even back when you were like elementary and middle school, he was saying that to you.
Sure.
Dom, what was the weight limit when you were 4?
It's not a weight limit. You go by age. You go by age.
So
Yeah.
4 to what?
It's 4 and 5.
4 and 5.
Yeah.
So did you ask your mom, I want to play, or how did you get signed up?
Yeah, my mom, my older brother, he's older than me. He was playing 6 and 7 year olds, so he already had to play the year before. So I was just trying to follow behind him and go play. So yeah.
You said you had an idol when you were young. Do you remember who was it?
I always watched Miami football. That was just my household. So I never really had like a running back or anybody I watched. Cause, I really didn't even know I was gonna play running back. So I just watched all Miami football. And I hate to say it was the Hurricanes, but it was a team back then. Because that was my household.
What, you didn't know you were going to play running back?
No, because I used to play more defense than anything. That's how I was in high school too.
You played more defense than running back in high school?
Yeah, I did.
Did you play linebacker or safety? Corner?
Yeah.
You want to play defense now, like on serious?
No.
Have you tried it? Have you tried covering one of those guys? Just goofing around?
No, I ain't gonna. No.
I don't know. I think that means yes. I think that means yes.
DeMarcus said that he didn't really start buying into Coach Lawing until I think it was the Wake Forest game, and then he saw it work and took off, and obviously had 10 sacks last year. Is he better than even you guys knew before he kind of blew up last season? Or did you guys know he could be that good?
Man, this spring, I can say this spring, I actually, because I was injured, so I actually got a chance to really sit and watch DeMarcus, man. And I don't know what he been doing or what, but he really getting out there now. he done got stronger and faster, and it's hard to stop him. And he go out there every day, but he got a chip on his shoulder, and that's how he walk around. That's his demeanor, and you can see a different DeMarcus. Like he's just ready.
You say he likes being a leader. Is he like a rah-rah guy, or does he get on the guy?
He got that on and off switch for players. Like he know how to communicate with players, and that was our thing that us leaders on the team set down. How to communicate with certain players, because everybody ain't gonna react the same way, and you gotta know how to get your point across to your players, and that's what we enforce around there. You don't want a conflict on the team, so we try to get every message across to players as easy as possible.
When you said you weren't always sure you were going to play running back, was there a time when you realized that you were really good at it?
When Devontae left Miami Central, that's when I started getting the ball. When he was there, we wasn't getting the ball. He was in Devontae. But yeah, when he left, me and Joe, we stepped up. And Teddy Lockett, he at Oregon State right now. He was our head coach and running back coach. And he pushed us to another level. And he's one of those guys that I always think like, man, he pushed us. And me and Joe, we always call him and thank him, because he made us the backs we are. And when we got together our 10th grade year, me and Joe was like, we clicked right away, and we started running the ball. And I just feel we was considered two of the best running backs to come out of Dade County.
So what did he do to make you guys better?
He played the position, so he knew, and he challenged us on and off the field, get us to watch film. We didn't know what watching film was. We didn't know what extra work was. We just thought we could go off talent, and that was me and Joe's thing. We know we was blessed to have the talent that we got, so we'll just go out there and we'll just be making plays. And he set us down like, man, if you really work and you really watch film and see what you're doing and how you making these cuts, and we didn't realize we was just making these cuts off our instincts. We didn't realize how we was making them, when we was reading the blocks, and he set us down and taught us that like at an early age, and we picked up on it quick, and we just ran with everything he told us.
So the first time you watched film was with him, and he showed you exactly how to watch, what to watch, how to break it down?
Yep.
How old were you?
It was in the 10th.
You were 10?
Yeah.
10 years old or 10th grade?
10th grade.
Okay.
Because
You still
now-
Oregon State now?
Teddy Lockett.
Now it sounds like you watch film all the time.
I got to. We got to. We take pride in that at Florida State, man. And I was never a guy of film when I got to high school, but Coach Lockett, thank him for that.
Who was the mentor you had, when you mentioned when you were growing up? The one that told you could be a
Antonio Wembley, he coached me all through Optimus.
Okay.
Thinking back to that game you had against the Wolves, the run that you had where you broke 5-6 tackles and went 70 yards over the line. With kind of reflect back on that play and how that play got you guys rolling there.
Yeah, it was actually a counter, and I opened up left and came back right, and I was one-on-one with I forgot his name, with the DN, and yeah, and I kind of like beat him to the outside. He started running. I seen him film. He started running from behind, and I just put my shoulder down, and wouldn't be denied. And some of those guys missed the tackle, and I just kept my balance and kept running. And I seen Travis coming over, which he always do, and making blocks downfield.
How many times did you see that on ESPN over the course of the next week?
A lot, man. It was a big play, and you don't really realize it till you watch it and be like, man, I just did that. So it was a big play.
Sometimes when you're going through traffic and it seems like guys are bouncing off of you a little bit, do defensive players just expect backs to go down on contact, or is that what you're doing something to not let them ring on?
I just keep my feet moving. I feel like I put enough time in my lower body in the weight room to break enough tackles. And, some of those guys probably think I'm undersized and probably think it's just hit me, I'm gonna go down. But I just keep my feet going, and so happen I just break tackles, and I mastered that throughout college. So just keep my feet going, and you know, I'll stay up.
How's that feel when you feel him slide off?
It's a good feeling. You know you're up and running. So, you know, it's a possibility you can go score a touchdown. You know, I love touchdowns.
You all kind of ruled the league the last few years. Where do you think Louisville is as far as maybe a level trying to catch up with you?
Louisville gonna be a tough task this year. Like we said, we got, and I can say that was one of the toughest places I done played at yet. It was down in Louisville my freshman year. It was down 21-0. Never seen nothing like it. Blackout. Never seen nothing like it. So it's gonna be a tough place to play at. They gave Clemson a whole lot to handle at home last year. So you know it's always a tough place to play at. So we looking forward to it this year, and they becoming the powerhouse.
Did you know Lamar in high school?
Played against Lamar.
Do you remember playing against Lamar?
He scored the first play of the game on us.
He did what?
He scored the first play of the game on us.
How old were you?
We was in 11th grade. I was in 11th grade. And he always been fast. I don't think he know how fast he is, but he pretty fast. And elite athlete. I respect Lamar a lot, and you know he done got better at throwing the ball. So he becoming one of them good quarterbacks.
Did you talk to him up here?
Yeah, I talked to him.
What did you say?
Hey, man, Keith. Man, stay in the pocket. Don't take off. That guy fast, man. He fast.
You guys got a freshman back coming in, Amir. Have you seen him run yet? I mean, he's a track guy.
Amir fast too. We actually got a chance. I've been teaching him, getting him through some of the plays. Him and Gabe that came in, getting them ready, getting them on some routes. Amir get to every route a step or two faster than everybody. So, you know, Amir just one of those guys that got that speed that don't come around too often. So, Amir just blessed with God-given talent, man.
Sometimes we see you guys in the afternoon during your workouts in the summer. How do the freshmen handle that? I mean, they can't have been through anything like that in high school. Is it a shock to those guys?
And it's actually different because the freshmen wake up at 6, and they're the only group wake up at 6. So I don't think they was doing that in high school. So it was kind of like an adjustment they had to make, and I think they adjusted to it well because we haven't had no guys late. We haven't had none of that. So, you know, that's a good sign from those guys.
Dalvin, do you know how all the games fall on the schedule? Like, do you know when you play Clemson? Because Deshaun's like, I don't even know what week that
I think
is.
it's September 25th, right?
Clemson?
That's it, right?
Clemson's October 20th.
October 25th.
Yeah.
It's
One of them.
later.
I didn't know if everyone knew like when everything was slotted in or if it was.
I know when we got Ole Miss. September 5th.
Now, I'm trying to wrap my mind around this. Did you have pads on when you were 4 years old?
Yeah.
Pads and helmets? And,
Yeah.
Come on, Natty.
I just can't even wrap my mind around that. 4 years old? That's awesome. And it was 11 on 11 or like 7 on 7?
It's 11 on 11, but the field like it's smaller. It's not a long field. Like you got coaches out there with you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like. But the coaches on the field,
bang heads and...
you banging now. You got pads on, so the coaches they just out there to keep the kids keep everything organized. But once that ball snap, it's on.
How would you describe the Pee Wee scene in Miami and how competitive it is and how people get into it? It's a big deal, right?
Yeah, paint a picture for him.
It's picking up now. Now it's picking up. Like they really taking it serious. Like, cause if you really realize, like a lot of the guys that have success, they start football early. Like that's how it is down in Miami. Like the earlier you start, the quicker you pick up on stuff, and that's what they started doing in Miami. Man, they putting their kids out there early. 4 years old, you getting out there, and I know my little cousin started when they were 4, so that's how it is in Miami.
What about your little brother? Is he 4'2" or?
My little brother was 4.
Yeah.
He was. Yeah.
How much did you weigh? What, 30 pounds?
Little.
So that's in Miami or whole Florida? Because you know Florida got the pipeline.
Yeah, I don't know about the whole Florida. I know down in Miami, that's what we do.
That's where the pipeline come from.
To keep his socks on.
Do you think that's a big reason why so many guys from Miami go on to play college football and the NFL?
I think the more you around football and the more you hear about it, watch it, you want to be involved in it, and that's how I was. I just wanted to be around football. And the older guys were playing, I knew I couldn't play. I just wanted to watch. And when the Dolphins was playing, I didn't really know what was going on. I just wanted to watch, and that's how it is. So, yeah, I think it's a good thing they that young to play. So, I think it's a good thing.
Well, everybody there's got somebody to look up to, right? I mean, you knew Devontae or Duke, and they knew somebody older than them, and they knew somebody, and it just kind of keeps the line going, right?
Yeah, especially when you're young, you go watch. You be the first game to play. When you're 4 years old, you got the early morning games, so you can watch everybody else play. And you sit and watch everybody else play. Like, I want to make that play. Like, I want to run like he ran, and you try to go out there and make a play like he tried to make. Saying it all be fun. When I went back home last time, I was kind of watching them do like 7-on-7 and trying to get all that organized. And I can see they taking a step forward and doing 7-on-7. When I was 4 years old, we wasn't doing 7-on-7 or none of that, like organized football like that. So
Wait, the 4-year-olds are doing skeleton drills?
they trying. It's not really like organized. They was trying. Yeah.
What's the earliest tape you have of you?
The
How old
earliest
were
tape,
you? Yeah.
I was probably like 10.
You have it at home?
Yeah, I got it home back in Miami
And when was the last time you were home?
2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So you saw this 2 weeks ago? You saw it trying to do 7-on-7?
Yeah, they practicing down there now. All summer workouts done started up for them.
And the 4-year-olds also throwing the ball to the quarterback?
No, they ain't doing that. They ain't throwing the ball.
Right,
Yeah. At 4 years old, all they doing is just handing the ball off. That's all they doing.
Just go, right?
Yeah, that's all they doing.
You go there and you go, right?
That's it.
So you guys are gonna be on Showtime, is that right?
They've been filming us all spring,
Oh, really?
all summer. They've been filming us.
What has that been like, having the cameras?
It's actually I think it's a good idea to see the life of a Florida State football player, like see what we go through on a daily basis, like the meetings.
Next question I have. Dalvin Cook. So how does being one of the best backs in the country?
I'm not answering the question.
Good answer.
Do you kind of forget that the cameras are there, or do you?
Yeah, you be yourself. That's what Coach is supposed to be ourselves. Don't let the camera change us. So just be us, and it'll take care of it. Just be us.
Not a distraction or anything? Seeing all these boom mics and
Not
all
to
that?
me, at least.
No?
No.
I can't imagine going about my daily business without
But you
seeing
don't know
that
it's
there.
there. Like camera hanging over you. Hold up.
Pepsi or Coke?
Water.
McDonald's or Burger King?
Wendy's.
Oh yeah. Wendy's.
You guys all good?